Planet Crafted is a fantastic game about terraforming a desolate barren planet into something beautiful, teeming with life. It's also deceptively difficult. Hardcore mode means Insta Death, food and water deplete faster, and every second of oxygen counts. So naturally, I randomly spawn at the meteor crater, the hardest spawn point. Grrrreat. My day one mission is simple: resources. The game gave me a checklist to complete, something that will help me on my way. I checked my resources, got 6 food, 2 water, 3 oxygen. Not bad. I might just make it. I go through the checklist. The backpack is first, almost doubling what I can carry. A new oxygen tank gives me an extra 45 seconds of oxygen. Excellent. I can now go further for the resources, which was vital as I was already running out of things. Having cleared the resources around my pod, I knew the next steps would be to create a living compartment, which can act like an oxygen outpost. It's always a good strategy to build a few of these to allow you to venture further afield. This meant that I needed a microchip. I always had to check and recheck the match requirements. I always forget. Once done, I checked out what was in the storage chest. This one gave me 2 fabrics, which you don't need just yet, seed, 1 water, and some resources. I really could have done with more food. With the living compartment built, I set up a storage chest for 1 iron and a crafter station 2. Food and water were getting low, so I took my first meal. No time to savour it though. Already I was having to move further and further away from resources. At the top of the hill, I surveyed the crater to see what I had, and I nearly died. Catching my breath, I realised that going from a playthrough where I have a breathable atmosphere to starting again is going to require some major adjustments from me. I got my first low power warning. The living compartment was using a lot of juice that I did not have. Planet Crafter works on 4 processes for terraforming: oxygen, pressure, heat, and biomass. And to make it all work, you need power. With resources finite, the dismantling chip is needed. Still has 1 iron left, so I made my first wind turbine, restoring the power. The blue storage boxes gave me 1 iron, so I dismantled that, and forgetting that I hadn't changed the setting, I accidentally dismantled the craft station too. Hey, stupid get. The basic air suit has 4 slots for tools. You can expand this with the exoskeleton, so I made that. I didn't have more than 4 tools, but I knew I would need them soon. Making a second outpost, I needed to use an oxygen tank as I didn't have the full resource. I could not make the door without silicon. Typically there was none around and my oxygen was falling fast. Then I saw it right in front of the base. Hallelujah. With 1 second to spare, I made it. This challenge was kicking my butt, and it was only the first day. With the drill next on my checklist and no resources around, I headed back. Water was now starting to drop a lot. With the drill down, I was now producing pressure. The terraformation had started. To the right of the pod, I found a cave, but I was not ready for that yet. This was proven by my mad dash back to the pod for air. With pressure out the way and remembering the seed I found, I worked on getting the veggie tube made. I was missing ice, so I decided to try the large cave to the left of the pod. It was aluminium, which I will need plenty of in future, but no ice. I stepped outside to see a dark red sky. Was this the night sky? There's no clock in the game, and depending on where you are, the sky appears different. 15 minutes of gameplay, I decided this was night and the end of day 1. As I turned to go back to my compartment, there was the ice. With ice in hand, I grabbed the seed, set down the veggie tube, and bam, there goes the power. Set down another windmill and grabbed my second space food bag, my second of the day. It didn't even fill the meter. With food in my belly, I returned and placed the seed in the veggie tube. I'm now producing oxygen for the world. Sure, it's minuscule amounts, but hey, every waterfall starts with a single drop of water. And I was rewarded with the oxygen tank version 2 blueprint for my efforts. I made the tank, which gave me double the oxygen. 200 seconds. Staring into the dust, I wondered, what if I jump? I gathered more supplies and made another windmill for power. This early in the playthrough, food is one of my major concerns. I couldn't remember if there was blue chests in the cave, so with double the oxygen, I ventured in. But even 200 seconds was not enough time to explore even a fraction of the cave. I had 3 space food bags left, 2 now that I've eaten 1. The backpack 2 unlocked, but this would allow me to gather more. Double the time, double the loot. As always, the lack of iron was becoming frustration. Searching for it nearly killed me. How close was this? I think I had a second to spare. With limited supplies at the top of the crater, the only solution appeared to be jump. Grabbing as much as I can, I created an outpost and set to work on a crafter as my water was running out. I'm sure that water was the best tasting water ever. With 15 minutes gone and the dust between the crater floor and the sky above, I was unsure of the time, though it was very red. A quick check of the area and there was a blue chest. filled with iron. Jeez, where was you 10 minutes ago? I also picked up my first food seed, an eggplant, but I was nowhere near ready to unlock the food grower. I figured they may be down here a while, so I extended the base, adding another veggie tube for more oxygen. Until I realized it was the wrong seed. Meteor shower. Meteors restore missing resources and can provide new ones. They don't destroy buildings but can harm you. But I'm a brave little soldier, so I went out and grabbed as much as I can. Cobalt and ice would keep me in oxygen and water. And with a fifth, sixth of my food left, I had the meal. I spent the day gathering more resources and took the high ground to find crates. I really need to keep an eye on that oxygen bar. Looking at the checklist, I still needed to make a terraformation screen, but first I want to know where I was with the unlocking. So I made the blueprint screen first. Yep, the food grower is miles away. Being able to see the terraformation was good, seeing my progress. To round it up, I made the energy screen so I could stay one step ahead. It's make or break time. I have no food left in the crater. I made enough oxygen and water to help me explore, and I set off. I needed to find crates and hope that there was food. With the food warning flashed, I was made up to find a blue chest. Then I found out that I had no food. No food. I made another outpost with the resources from it and caught me breath. Doubts were starting to cloud my mind.
I don't think I'm gonna make it on this one, you know.
But some hope returned when I found iridium.
Iridium.
I could now make heat. Wasting no time, I put down 2 heaters. I was playing catch up after all. With the rest of the resources, I made a drill, another windmill, and as the crate had a seed, another veg tube. With my belly grumbling, I moved on. The warning sign said critical. There it was, another blue crate. Salvation at last. Mother. Ignoring it, I continued on, coming across a ladder poking out of the ground. Another survivor. I took a shot of oxygen and ventured down. I had not made the torch yet, so it was very dark. There was plenty of water, and thank the Lord, space food. Look at my health food bar. It could not have come at a better time. It was minor panic as I realized I had a full backpack and no room to take it. But once I sorted myself, I tucked into that packet of nutritious sludge and watched my health rise to halfway. Damn, this food doesn't give you much. I read the survivor's last message and rinsed the rest of the base. It was too much to carry, so I made another outpost and storage to fit it all, unlocking the solar panel TI, which I built on the roof. I made another heater, veggie tube, and I was so busy I didn't notice the food level dropping. The sky was bright yellow with the onslaught of another meteor shower, inspired me to make another veggie tube. But oxygen doesn't feed me, and I remembered there was one space food left in the landing pod. If only I could make it. As the end of day 4 drew in, I grabbed what I could and set off. Time was against me, and the direction too. I couldn't remember where the pod was.
Oh, it's right there. Come on. Oh, no. I'm so close. I'm so close. You
4 days are lasted. Hardcore mode deletes your save when you die. I definitely made mistakes. I've got ideas of how to do it again better. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what you would have done.